Well, it is golden hour. It's about 8 o'clock at night. Here, we're in Beausejour, Manitoba. This cart has been a lot of sleepless nights for me. 2 years of having issues seeding. Can't seed oats, can't seed barley. That's been the issue, the complaint. I made it out to the cart once, took a look over it when this was in the winter, or in the early spring, snow on the ground still. We ran the fan, checked tank pressure, checked for leaks, checked rollers, went through the whole cart. Fixed a few little tweaks, no big deal. Same thing happened last year. I couldn't get out here quick enough last year. Grower literally switched his acres and said, I'm not seeding barley or oats anymore. I'm just gonna seed something else. Wheat works fine, so kept seeding. Always with the front tank. The front tank is the only one that's still green looking. The rest of the tanks were rebuilt a couple years back. Tank 2, tank 3, rebuilt a couple years back. This one has been the bane of my existence of like, why is it bridging? Why is it having issues? There's a whole lot of people out there who say John Deere 1910s can't seed oats, John Deere 1910s can't seed barley. That is completely false. If you ever have those issues, give us a call. We'll get you fixed up every single time. They can always seed oats, they can always seed barley. There's many things that can go wrong. If you put any other drill, Case, New Holland, Flexicoil, Borgo, Seedmaster, Seedhawk, under the same conditions that the cart that your John Deere is experiencing, it won't seed oats either. So come out here today. We had some leaks in our double vent pipes. We need to get some new ones on there. The ends are rusty. Got that fixed up. That wasn't our issue. I knew that, but we had to get that leak fixed. We had a whole bunch of leaks around the bottom of the meter, top of the meter. Again, it's not our issue because this was a tank pressure issue. Our gauge was telling us so. We had low tank pressure. I tested the gauge. I actually tested multiple gauges, all the 3 gauges, all of them working properly, all accurate to within an inch of water. Perfect. So we had a leak below the meter. I knew that wasn't the issue. We had a couple leaks above the meter, so we ended up just siliconing them because we're in the field. So we're not changing this meter right now, but it didn't fix the issue. And I couldn't pinpoint what it was in. I was like, oh, it might be something in that meter, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was, and I didn't feel like changing it. So we pulled, well, we're not going to throw parts at a cart. That's number one. We're never throwing parts at carts that don't need parts. Only what you need to have a flawless seeding season, that's what we're doing. So we removed the plenum off the back of the cart and found the baffle was completely destroyed inside. But that wasn't our issue, actually. With that baffle destroyed, I was suspecting it was choking off pressure to the tank, delivering more air to the fertilizer run, or to the seed run on run number 6, which this guy was having issues with, and not providing enough tank pressure. It was out about an inch of water. The gauge was reading lid open, or not quite to lid open, but halfway, which is 1 inch of water. And then by the time we would drop the drill in the ground, 4 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour is okay. Once we got to 6 miles an hour, gauge would go to lid open all the way, and she would bridge product. So when we removed the plenum, we found what actually caused the issue. Fertilizer. This was stuck back behind tank 3, between tank 3 and the plenum, where there shouldn't be fertilizer. The reason there's a whole bunch of fertilizer here is because somebody was washing their air curt with a fire hose. Washed all the fertilizer back there. Hardened, it's been there for years. 3 years. 3 seasons. First season I never heard about. Second season I did. Couldn't get it out here fast enough, so I double checked the cart. This season, first day of seeding in barley, she's acting up. I hit the road. We're here. 7 a.m. this morning. I got here. It's an 1.5-hour drive. It is now 8 o'clock at night. Of testing, trialing, and we got her nailed. A couple $100 in parts, some hose clamps, a tube of silicone to get through for right now. And this meter is just about rotten through. It'll make them through the season. We're doing the front tank after that. We need to do some double bent pipes. We need to do a little bit of work on the drill. None of this can make it through on the drill, or we got a few issues on the drill that can't make it through. We got some towers, manifolds. The problem with last year too is the grower didn't know he was having problems, and it was fighting and fighting and fighting. This year, intelligent egg blockage tells you every single time. It never misses. If you need intelligent egg blockage, give us a call. It is the best. It is phenomenal. We love it. That's why. But crawling over the drill, look at that. Look at that. Another manifold with a hole in it. I can't even tell you how many of these we've seen this year. Hundreds, maybe thousands. We're completely sold out of 8 and 9 port manifolds, which is a lot of what's on Deere. 8 and 9 port drills. Those manifolds, they constantly wear holes in them. And I see people putting stainless plates on the manifolds and gluing them on. Don't ever do that. We did that. We used to do that. We used to sell them. We made them. We sold them. And you know what happens? I can't even count how many times those stainless plates eventually get banged around, product hitting them. Doesn't matter what glue you use. I've never had luck with any adhesive. Scuffing the plastic, scuffing the stainless. Can't get them off. They always get banged off, and then they bang around inside the manifold, and your blockage won't catch it because it's always intermittent, and you get strips row by row in your field. We don't need to risk the farm to save a couple $100. Put stainless steel manifolds on it. Our manifolds are cheaper than just the manifold cap from John Deere. Just change the manifold out and be done with it for the rest of the time. So yeah, we're gonna do that. This guy's gonna change a couple gauge wheels, gauge wheel bearings. We need to do some main pins, some other little stuff next year. No big deal, it's gonna get through this year just fine. We're here to fix the issue, and we're gonna be seeding barley. I've told him for years, there is something wrong with that cart. Don't believe what everybody says. It is not John Deere's cannot seed oats, cannot seed barley. Every single time they can, there is something wrong. We need to fix it. 25 minutes from now, maybe an hour from now, we're gonna have that plenum back on, and we're gonna be seeding barley at 8 miles an hour just to prove a point. Maybe 10, but we're gonna be proving a point today. That John Deere's, they sure can seed oats and barley. It's not my reputation. If everybody wants to say John Deere's can't seed oats, sure. Definitely not our product. Works every single time. And it's a lesson to everybody that those gauges on the front of your cart, they need to work. If they do not work, give us a call. Talk to one of our dealers. We need to see those gauges working. They should be the Bible you look to in your air cart. Like, use those things as a Bible on using your air cart. Those gauges are so darn accurate, and they're accurate to within 2 inches, like from the middle of that gauge to all the way on the left side is 2 inches of water. 2 inches of water is like 0.18 of a PSI. That's how picky all pressurized tank air carts are. If you are out 0.2 of a PSI, 0.3 of a PSI, you'll physically bridge oats and barley. So if those gauges aren't reading in the middle, and you're not testing them every single year to double check them, you're going to have issues, and it's just when it catches you. We don't need skips in the field. But anyways, it's 8 o'clock. I gotta get this cart back together. After it's all said and done, all our gauges right in the middle. That bottom one I gotta adjust, but they used to be nowhere near. We're in the money now. Finishing up the last couple of hoses here. We're about to go test her out. And then once we prove that it all works, tomorrow they're gonna come to the shop, pick up all new manifolds, and make sure we don't have any skipped runs in the field. See the intelligent ag doing its magic? Blinking green, baby. Drop the drill on the ground and the gauges go down, and the gauges go back right up. and we're gonna be working on doing 8 miles an hour right here. There we go, last upshift. Gauge is holding steady, and we are flying. If you want to prove a point, let's prove a point. We can do it. Feeding barley. Well guys, we are back in the shop the next day, and I never gave a recap because it got dark, but we were seeding at 8.5 miles an hour just to prove a point. Obviously he's not going to continue seeding that fast, but before, when he was doing 1 mile an hour, 2 miles an hour to seed, after getting those 2.5-inch pipes cleaned out, which were choking off the delivery of air to the tank on that tank. I don't know how any product was getting through at all. It took me a little while to figure out. I didn't even think about it until diving in there, but it was fixed, and he is happy seeding. He loves his air cart now. He's seeded 160 acres already. It was a bang up job, so it's always a reminder, make sure your tank pressure gauges are working. Make sure that you have good tank pressure. Make sure if you're a double chute air cart, you have our tank pressure kits on your 1910. They cost very little. And if you have questions, please always reach out. We know what we're talking about, and we deal with this all the time. We work on every single air cart. We diagnose a lot of air carts for air system issues. Whether you have skips in the field, you got plugs, you're intermittently having issues, the crop's coming up stagey, whatever that case may be, one place to call, that's here. Give us a call. Can't wait to talk to you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.